And now many are called, but only a few are chosen. And in this case, I guess maybe, let me just say, only a few get to win all their way to the top. Now, what started as a family meeting, a huge one, now it has become just a small, intimate gathering. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the AFCON podcast. I'm Brighton, the Bryce Joman, and as usual, I don't get to do this alone. I'm joined by the usual, which is Uganda's finest, after Onyango, of course. Of course, Andrew Kabuura joins me, and alongside him is a man that just gave me the dream of playing football. Every time, whenever I see Shaun Bartlett, I just remember his celebration. That's one thing that made me laugh. You know, and when I'm wearing this jersey.
I'm saying, you bring back memories.
What memories do you have? Actually, first and foremost, welcome, Chet.
Sure.
I'm so excited. You know, Andrew, this feeling, you know, when you're in the midst of greatness, you just get ahead of yourself.
I know.
And you forget to greet your elders.
Yeah.
Go on, Shaun.
How are you guys?
I'm fantastic.
You're
How are you
fantastic.
doing?
I'm happy.
Yeah.
I'm very happy.
I'm just nervous now.
Why?
Final part of the tournament, you almost feel like everyone has a right to be here, and yet someone has to go home eventually.
Yeah.
So
You've been getting your predictions right. You should be excited.
Do you want to tell the continent about that? No,
Yes.
Go on.
Yes.
Go on.
Andrew has been getting his predictions very spot on. But at the end of the day, the Cranes are back home.
So what is he going to say to me now?
No, but
If he's introducing you like that, what is he going to say?
But you
Because I also said,
are still okay, Andrew, I'll give you applause again.
Such an anticlimax.
Shaun,
Yeah, I know
thank you so
it.
much. I mean, we started this journey, first episode, and we are here.
Yeah,
I mean,
there was-
the last time we were chatting, we were relaxing on couches. You were so relaxed. Now you are tensed up. What's happening?
now it's the business end of the season, like I say, the business end of the tournament, you know, the 4 best teams, you know. So, I think we've seen a lot of excitement. We've seen a lot of goals, which is great. You know, it puts the African continent back on the map again. The quality is high. And like, that shirt.
Yeah.
This shirt, where does it remind you?
2002 AFCON, 2002 qualification campaign for World Cup, South Korea and Japan. I was fortunate enough to be captain the last time we qualified, and that shirt, obviously, it was part of that success period for Bafana Bafana.
I want to tell you one thing, because when I tell people that this is the man that made me fall in love with football, this jersey, when I picked it out today, I was thinking about one particular game.
Yeah.
Mandela Cup.
Oh,
Against
Nigeria.
Nigeria. When you
Ellis
scored,
Park.
Ellis Park Stadium.
You saw that celebration.
You're running it back.
I think you why are you not happy when Shaun is
He knows why I'm not happy.
Okay, maybe let's
he
bring
knows.
in our views as well.
He's not celebrating me easy.
No,
Why are you not celebrating Shaun?
So I'm not celebrating Shaun because the first time I fell in love with the English Premier League was in and around 1999.
Yeah.
And what happened was I was from rural Uganda, so we didn't have so much TV in terms of access. So when I had access was in 2000 then. Q December 2000 at the Valley. Shaun is making his debut for Charlton Athletic. And I'm excited. We're all new young Manchester United fans. We want United
So Charlton
to win.
is playing against Man United.
At the Valley.
Your debut.
And guess who scored twice against us, man?
No!
Shaun Bartlett. Twice against Man United.
Like, hey, the South African.
Broke my heart. I didn't even know you were South African at the time. Because I just started watching all these, I was getting open to the world. And the name Shaun Bartlett stuck in my head for like 3 months when I found out you were South African. I'm like, you're not my brother anymore.
Until today.
Yeah.
When I revealed I'm also a United supporter. So for me, it was a bittersweet moment to score against the team you support. But, it was my career on the line. I was on loan.
Yeah.
I had to prove myself. So it's the best possible start for me.
But how huge was that? I mean, when you are new at a club and score against the engine of the Premier League, Manchester United, everyone must have been more welcoming than they were before.
It was massive. It was massive. Because also at the time, United were leading 3-1. They took off Scholes, Keane, Beckham.
Sure.
Thinking we've got the game.
Yeah.
We came back.
Not 1, but 2. Africa's finest. I'm taking the title, sorry.
Let's just drop it.
You are Uganda's finest, but we have Africa's finest. Right,
let's drop that topic.
And that's why we are here. Family meeting is all about this. Reminiscing.
Yeah.
I mean, there's nothing to talk about right now. Bafana is out. Ugandan Cranes. They've
Yeah.
been back home. I think everyone is back
For a
in the
while.
league
Yeah.
for a while now. But the ultimate, guys.
Yeah.
We saw the best of the best.
Yeah.
The last time we sat here and we spoke about the top 8 that was remaining. Now it's only 4 teams.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the quarterfinals. Maybe the match of the weekend for you guys. What is the match of the weekend?
Should I go first?
Yeah.
Yeah, for me, match of the weekend was Egypt Ivory Coast. For me,
Really?
yeah. I mean, first of all, a 5-goal thriller for the neutral. Everyone loved that part. But more importantly, it is the only fixture I struggled to predict. If you remember my predictions last weekend, I did think Senegal would win. I thought Morocco had a chance. I thought Nigeria would beat Algeria. But I felt Cote d'Ivoire, Egypt was all over the place, partly because Egypt are a team that are coming back to dominance when it comes down to African football. Hossam Hassan has done a fantastic job. Mohamed Salah, with all the negative energy around him and headlines in Europe, he's come and locked in.
Yeah. You know that meme when Brad Pitt just goes, Leonardo DiCaprio.
Yeah.
Just goes,
Yeah.
I need you.
Yeah.
I think the rest of us,
Yeah.
we owe Mohamed Salah an apology. Because we kept on saying, hey, no Salah.
Yeah.
Hey, Salah, what?
Yeah.
But that man, guys.
No, he's locked in. Yeah, he scored crucial
shows up.
goals. You saw the goal scored against Benin. For me, probably a contender for goal of the season. You saw the crucial goal he scored against Cote d'Ivoire.
Yeah.
And obviously, Shaun will tell you his presence on the pitch speaks volumes to the rest
man.
of the team.
This man.
So I felt them against the Elephants was always going to be the toughest of the fixtures because Cote d'Ivoire as well were in a grey area. You never knew exactly where they were. They weren't exactly blowing teams away. They weren't losing games. But you felt it was the toughest game. So the fact that Egypt made it past Cote d'Ivoire, for me, really shows African power. It really shows African football. And I'm just happy to see the semi-finals because we don't have the so-called underdog, the so-called dark horse at this level of the competition. It's Egypt, it's Senegal, it's Morocco. Yes, they might not have won it since 76, but they're the host nation. And then, of course, it's Nigeria, who are not going to the World Cup. So there's so many undertones in there.
It's all former winners, isn't it? So, and it's teams that know how to play tournament football. And, even from match day 1, I said Salah's come here to prove a point.
Yeah.
Everybody was negative about what he's done at Liverpool, whatever. But when it comes to national team, I'm going back home, I'm playing with my friends, I'm on home soil, I'm just going to enjoy myself.
The Lions of Taranga.
But they're a team that knows exactly, like I said, from the beginning, I said,
it's you and I.
this is my favorite.
Yeah.
They are my favorites to actually go all the way. I feel
He's not even going to give it to me.
No, he's
I
not.
was saying the same thing. Remember saying Senegal. Senegal is the team for me.
Yeah.
But I'm glad that Coach Shaun is here
Yeah.
to back it up.
No, first of all, wait, Shaun. When I said this,
Yeah.
it doesn't mean I'm unhappy Senegal winning the AFCON. It's just internal energy. It's like an inside the family fight. It's a family meeting, but we have a few differences here and there. If Senegal go on and win it, I have no problem. I'll still have dinner, no problem. But I'm stuck on the Super Eagles now.
Okay.
Because the last time we were here, I told Brighton, my contender at the beginning was Algeria.
Yeah.
Because I felt they were that nation that had struggled for long, but had a couple of youngsters that were coming through. They had no pressure. They had nothing to prove. And who knows what such teams do. Then I saw Nigeria progress as the tournament team they are. Now today, you don't know which Super Eagles is going to show up.
Yeah.
They could comfortably blow Morocco away in front of their own home crowd because I don't think we've seen the best of Osimhen yet.
No.
Lukman is growing into the tournament, and I'm happy Shaun is here because I can talk about what for me has fascinated me the most about Nigeria. They have gotten Alex Iwobi and gotten him from the traditional position the world has known him to play, maybe slightly out.
Yeah.
He can still play in the front three, but slightly out. They have brought him into the midfield. He's playing as part of the two
By far
alongside
their best
Ndidi.
player.
Yeah.
And I was just looking at the statistics for passes of the tournament, guys.
Yeah.
Yes, you have Idrissa Gueye at the top of the passes. You have Aguero in there. You have Bassi, which is funny, the Nigerian central defender.
Central defenders will normally be one of those higher passes because they get the ball from the keeper and they start the attack.
Okay.
But
Iwobi is part of that list.
He doesn't get enough credit because you always look at the next pass that assists to the goal.
Yeah.
But he's the one that gives that penetrating passes in between.
Yeah.
You will look this way, play that pass, and nobody saw it, but he saw it.
Yeah.
And then the ball comes in, Lukman Osimhen finishes, but his vision is unbelievable.
Incredible. I mean, Iwobi has been fantastic. Akko Adams as well. I believe that he came in and that celebration.
Yeah.
Oh,
They're bringing it back.
unbelievable.
They're bringing it back.
Muladinga.
Can you imagine though, Shaun,
Lumumba.
all of a sudden, that guy the big fan from Congo might now
Muladinga.
become the headline of the tournament.
Yeah, he even got a car.
Yeah.
When he got to DRC, he was honored, he got a car as well. But this is what African football is all about. I loved what Algeria did as well. You know, inviting him to camp, you know, just to apologize for what happened, which was in a good spirit as well, you know. And over and above, you still haven't told us what is the best game.
I'm going to go Nigeria in the sense where, you know, everybody was thinking, like Andrew just said, which Nigeria is going to turn up?
Yeah.
And they just got better and better and better. And they've got nothing else to play for. We know
And they
as much
suffocated them,
as it's a joke, you know, they're not going to the World Cup.
Yeah.
So let's win this. We haven't won it for more than a decade. So can we focus on this thing now? And as a team, and that's the other thing. Because how many times have you watched Nigeria? It's like one player, individual brilliance.
Yeah.
There's a cohesion now with Eric Trailer's team. There's a cohesion, and you can see the dynamic that he's implemented on that team.
It's so beautiful to witness because even with the issues that are there, everyone is just railing behind the team. You know, in one direction, you're seeing at some point before the game, Wilfred Ndidi said, no, guys, there's no issues in terms of bonuses. I'll pay. I mean, Coach Shaun, you'd know. And this man is carrying pounds. I mean, Coach Shaun, are we doing lunch?
The last time they got to the final, even they got prizes from the government.
Sure.
So money is not an issue with their government.
never,
So I think that's the secondary. The incentive is always to do well for yourself, your family.
And you know, I've always said football is not just about the 90 minutes on a football pitch.
Yeah.
That is why Shaun will tell you professionals, and you know yourself as well.
Sure.
It's about how you train, how you guys sleep, how you feed, what time you arrive at the ground, what kind of kits you wear.
Level of professionalism.
Small little things.
Yeah.
Now for Nigeria, we need to understand there's so much happening behind the scenes.
Yeah.
That Osimhen Lookman story blew everyone away. And whereas we, the analysts, came out to criticize and question the cohesiveness in the team, for them, they must have gone back and said, guys, this is our job. We get paid for this. We have hundreds of millions of folks back home looking at our win. That is one part. Then the allowances story, whether it's true or not, Ndidi saying he's going to pay for the allowances, that's another one. See, don't underplay these small little stories.
You know who you need to add. You know who you need to add while you're talking about those stories. Chikwueze.
Yeah.
The impact of Chikwueze. He's one of the guys. I'm looking at the vlogs that he does with the N8 boys. Man,
There's
it's
so
so
much
beautiful to have a player like that who by far would say, I deserve to be a starter.
Yeah.
But he's so selfless to a point that the team spirit that he carries, you know, he's the joker of the team. He's always bringing everyone to laughter. And there was one video, I wish we had it, you know, but we'll get it next on when they go to the final, where he's saying, whatever ball you get, just pass it to Victor, okay? Pass it to Victor. And now you look at that moment and you're like, okay, we've turned it into a joke. It's nothing serious. We're going ahead. But because we're moving along, right, gentlemen, here's my highlight of the weekend. Referee, Abongile Tom. Guys. Guys, I want to do this also and say, my fellow South African, Abongile Tom, my brother, well done. Well done.
He's done
this
well.
man has had an outstanding tournament. Yes, there's been questionable officiating in the tournament, but the most thing that stands out for him, he's been bold. He reminds me of a certain referee, Ian McLeod.
Oh, yeah.
He reminds me of
hanging judge.
Victor Gomes.
Yeah.
You know, he's so bold. You look at him, he's not intimidated.
No.
For him to give a player like Bissouma a red card, it's something.
Under
The thing is, like,
circumstances.
he shows authority, but he's respectful towards the players.
Yeah.
That's the one thing they can give. And I've had numerous, obviously, encounters with Abongile as a coach.
Were they good?
It was good. It was good. You know, I always make it personal in the sense where when I go into a game, I make sure I know the referee's name, the assistant referee this side. Because I'm not going to say, hey, Mr. Ref. No, I'm going to call you on your name.
Yeah. Then it's
so
personal.
it's personal.
Yes.
You know, and that's the thing with
respect.
Abongile.
Sure.
He respects the player, the coaches, but he's in charge. You've got to give him that. And he shows every time why it's worth it.
Yeah, you know, it's a high pressure moment and referees are always criticized the most.
Yeah.
And sometimes we wonder if they remember the entire rule book because of the intensity of the game. If you watch the game against Mali and Senegal, he gives that second yellow card to Bissouma after almost 3
he lets the action continue.
So he realizes
Advantage.
this guy is already on a yellow card.
Yeah.
But Senegal is in attack. Do I stop play when Senegal could actually score? And then the whole continent is up in arms. They're saying, VAR, why aren't you calling him? No, he's a ref and he knows his job. He lets play go on. Senegal actually could have scored. and then comes back and gives the second yellow card. But forget that. There is the game, and I forget the fixture, Warrior Koulibaly's red card.
Yes.
Was it against Tunisia? Someone will remind us in the comments. I forget the fixture. But the moment he gives a red card, everyone is like, no, it can't be a red card. So we have to go to VAR. And this is a ref who has a split second to make a decision. By the time we went to VAR, he was absolutely right.
Yeah.
So he's managing the games with the right temperament. And, well, there you go. Bafana have a representative at the Africa Cup of
We're still there. We're still there.
Yeah.
We're still there. I mean, unbelievable because, one, there was, turmoil in terms of appointing referees for the quarterfinals. However, Abongile Tom was the only referee that was confirmed. Everyone agreed unanimously. Unanimously, everyone agreed and said, yes, this one, perfect. The rest, it was right? And rightfully so, we saw that happening. I mean, we're talking about a match between Cameroon and Morocco, whereby there was an incident, Brian Mbeumo's incident, where one would say at any given day, it would have been given as a penalty.
Yeah.
But again, other factors come into play.
Yeah. I know what
it's a matter of the heart.
I know what Shaun is going to say.
And the head.
Yeah.
So where are we in that situation? Maybe if we can take it back to that incident.
Yeah.
Was it a penalty? Was it the right call?
It was a penalty. Are you kidding me? It was a penalty. Listen, I understand what these forwards...
I mean, look at this. Look at this.
Yeah. I understand what these forwards like doing. Sometimes you stick your foot in there.
Yeah.
But everyone is focusing on Mbeumo's right foot going out, and they think he's trying to force a penalty. If you closely look at that moment, the defender's leg is moving as well. Because people are making it look like the defender's leg was just down stuck. Let's just look at his right leg. Look, he's kicking.
Yeah.
He's kicking.
It is.
He is kicking. And
but again, maybe the argument could be that he left his foot there.
No, what should he do? Should he keep his feet this close to himself?
He's running towards his left, so his foot has to move as well.
So do we go to VAR?
You have to.
Yeah.
Because there's contact.
But it's the host.
But it's the host. What do you mean? You're not gonna get dinner after the game.
Ayo, guys, the tournament is a vibe. Let me tell you guys.
No post-match
right
meal.
Now, it's just happening. Yes, it's an oversight to the appeal, go VAR.
But the truth is, the reason I will give it to the ref, Shaun, is it's a gray area.
Yeah.
When all is said and done, it's a gray area. It's one of those moments when you probably will forgive the ref for not giving it. But I also feel at this level of the competition, mistakes should be punished, man.
No.
Yeah.
He's in the area. He's a left-footed player.
Yeah.
And he's pivoted his left. He's trying to move his right. And you can see it's moving straight to the ball.
Yeah.
But there's movement from the Moroccan defender. It's a 50-50. It's
And
a
there's
gray
contact.
area. Yeah, but it's a penalty, bro. It's a penalty. Give the penalty.
So the verdict is that it's a penalty.
In my view,
Listen,
it's a penalty.
You know Andrew's serious when he says it's a penalty, bro. You never hear him say the words like that. Then you know he's serious. He put it even in South African terms for you.
Uganda, it seems like you've lost one of your own here, eh?
It was a pleasure.
It's a Pan-African thing. You know what he says? It's a Pan-African thing. He's gone. He's a convoy. He's a convoy. I'm taking him to Alex right now. He's getting one. Now, gentlemen, we are left with 4 teams. And the last time we had our money tree, and we did say, we said, this stream on the right, it's tough.
Yeah.
It's tough. And now we're seeing Morocco playing against Nigeria.
Yeah.
Big guns, where everyone there, it's play of the tournament contenders are there, Golden Boot. And speaking of that, I'm going to put you guys on the spot. Speaking of that, because now it's clear.
Yeah.
Now it's clear. Before we go to predictions and everything, now it's clear. Golden Boot, Diaz. Play of the tournament, Diaz. That's my say. I said what I said. I said what I said.
Have you got a holiday booked to Morocco or Marrakesh or something? Why are you just backing the host here now?
Yeah.
Everything is just the host.
Hey, Shaun, the next World Cup, eh?
Yeah.
The next World Cup after this one.
Oh, you're looking for a gig in 2034.
I don't think the host of this podcast
In
is
2030,
neutral.
2030, you're going to
I
Morocco.
don't think so.
No.
Okay.
So remember, with the podcast, we all are entitled for opinions.
No,
right?
I know.
But yours.
No.
Yours are two-one-sided.
It's one-sided, eh?
Senegal,
Two-one-sided.
I said Senegal is winning the tournament from day one.
Yeah.
And a lot of people came for me.
Yeah.
Up until Coach Shaun said, no, Senegal. Then it was a thing of, we'll back Shaun because he scored against Man United. You know? So it's okay. Who's Brighton? He played a couple of derbies. It's okay.
Yeah, back to that.
You know?
No, but listen, I think first of all, you're right. What Brahim Diaz has produced so far is easily the best performer at the tournament. And he's not just becoming Morocco's top scorer at the AFCON. He's also becoming the first African player to score 5 goals in 5 different games since, I think, 2021. Vincent Abubakar, the indomitable lion. So, and remember, it's one of also his first major tournaments with Morocco. Because obviously he's been in and around Spain, looking for options for countries. So he's finally settled in with Morocco, and now he's shining. And if you look at the goals, Shaun would be very jealous because he is scoring all types of goals as well. A couple of tap-ins, a couple of headers. We saw his last goal. He has to be very aware in the area. And by the way, we are talking at the time a team that has some other big superstars. The Hakim Ziyech's are not here. El Kabi is playing well, as a matter of fact. But for Brahim to have these many numbers, types of goals, and shown crucial goals as well. Sometimes you can score just one of the 3, but sometimes you score that winner, which takes you to the next round.
But that's why I always believe the AFCON gives a platform to a lot of players to put their names out there. And how many times, different AFCONs, you've seen afterwards the player, you know, we know he's at Madrid, but the player just elevate himself because of the performances he had in the African Cup of Nations. And I think that's where this tournament is really important for Africa. You know, I'm still, you know, in between about every 4 years. Because I think every 2 years it gives us a good foundation.
Keep producing.
Exactly.
Keep producing, you know.
Gives the younger players the opportunity to put themselves on the stage, international stage, and sign big contracts. And I agree with you. I'm not going. I'm just
right. But okay, let me throw maybe you know, just that spanner a bit. I mean, you look at Lukman, fantastic. You look at Victor. That combination is very deadly for any team. You looked at how they played. You know, at least Victor was not shouting anymore. He was just saying, So that for me, perfect. I'm happy with that. But you look at the duo as well. And they'll be facing a solid goalkeeper whom I thought Zidane was going to be the goalkeeper of the tournament. But now, Bono and Bobo, they look very solid. And we throw in Mendy as well there. You know, as the 3 top keepers that are remaining in the tournament that I believe.
And El Shanawi as well for Egypt. He's solid.
El Shanawi is solid. But questionable goalkeeping throughout the entire tournament. We've seen how they've been. I know there's one where it was a deflection. It's understandable, and an own goal as well. It's, you know, but you look at now the goalkeepers who came into the tournament, because when you look at the other side also, it's dark horses. I'm going to use that because it's teams that have been going about their business very quietly. No one was paying much attention to them. So, with that being said, when it comes to these personal accolades, goalkeeper of the tournament.
Well, he's had 4 out of 5 games clean sheets, isn't it? 4 clean sheets. So, he's already a contender. And his experience also, I think, counts a lot for Morocco.
Okay. So, now we're going with the defender of the tournament.
Oh, are you kidding me? I think
Calvin Bassey.
Yeah, he's obviously in there.
Calvin Bassey.
He's
obviously in there.
I could throw Ajay in as well. I mean, they're playing so well together.
Ajay scored.
Yeah, there's Diatta. There's Diatta at Senegal. There's a couple of guys who are doing well. The funniest thing about the AFCON and tournaments like this, which I really hate, Shaun, is sometimes the conclusions are made about how far you've gone in the tournament.
I know.
See, for example, now we're talking about player of the tournament. Rightly so, don't get me wrong. Osimhen is in that conversation. Diaz is in that conversation. Who knows what El Kabi does in the final 2 games? He could be part of that conversation. But you go back and look at how Amad Diallo carried the entire Côte d'Ivoire pretty much for a big part of the tournament. You talk about Zidane. This kid is making his debut with this Algerian team. There's high pressure moments. You have to recognize he had 3 clean sheets. He might be out of the tournament, but that is a proper effort. So I understand where you're coming from.
We'll throw him in.
It comes down to who does well until the end. So back to your issue of Bassey, he's obviously the best defender. Just talked about being, is it 3rd or highest passer of the ball at the AFCON as a central defender. But it's going to come down now, Shaun, to who does well in the semifinals. Because Nigeria concede 2 and they're out, and we're not discussing Bassey anymore. 100%. We're talking about who makes it to the final. So
he looks good.
I really hate these tournaments sometimes because I feel that performance you put in during the group stages is not recognized by everyone. But I understand that's how football works.
Midfield?
What, midfielder of the tournament?
Of the tournament,
It was a tough one, but I would go Iwobi.
Yeah.
I think his influence and what he's done
Yeah.
with the Nigerian team, you've got to put him up there in the top 3.
Yeah.
And he's done it both ways.
But-
It goes both ways.
Can I throw in a part there? I mean, you have Pape Gueye there,
Yeah.
Senegal, with
Yeah.
crucial goals.
Yeah.
Pape Gueye is obviously one of the options, but
Yeah.
he's obviously more advanced, slightly advanced as compared to Iwobi.
But it's midfield.
yeah.
When we say midfield, we are there.
I know what you mean, but someone also is going to talk about, for example, Ndidi.
Yeah.
He's sitting in front of that Nigerian defense, commanding it as captain.
Again,
And
it's always this biggest argument. The CDMs will never get credit.
Yeah.
The Ndidis, the central
Kessies.
defensive,
Yeah.
because they actually hold the team together. They start most of the attacks, they break down the attacks.
Yeah.
But they don't want to get the credit. It's the attacking players that will get the credit.
Yeah.
You know, and that's the unfortunate thing. But I think that's what obviously a team is made up of. You know, you need those workers in your
And
team.
then forward, we are sorted. We have those guys that we know that Diaz, Victor,
You know, I'm going to go for Victor because that's my type of
Lukman.
striker.
yeah.
do we throw in Omar and Salah?
Yeah, you must.
And Mane?
I think you must. Sure. I think Mane
Are you going to play with 5 strikers?
It's me now stressing you guys.
Yeah. No, I think Mane has to be part of that. But for me,
Yo.
Mane is in the same bracket as Lukman.
Yeah.
So they are. Lukman obviously has scored. Mane hasn't done more. But Mane has been crucial with the assists.
Yeah.
I think he has about 3. Which
And
is
he also scored a goal.
Yeah, but he has like the
Equalizer.
most assists in terms of that Senegalese team. Again, Shaun will tell you it's a team sport.
Yeah.
That second last pass that is eventually the assist
So-
is equally as important as the team
Yeah.
performs. So for the midfielders, a bigger battle. For the strikers, probably the biggest battle, which again is unfortunate because when the tournament is done, we're going to look at the stats. Top scorer will be the
Yeah.
best striker at the
Yeah.
tournament. But if Mane scores 2 more and has 2 more assists,
Sure.
he's easily the best forward at the tournament. So
And he wins the tournament.
and wins the tournament. So obviously, Osimhen is in that discussion. Lukman, Omar Mamouche must be in that
Yes.
conversation, just like Salah. I still think El Kabi is in that conversation for me. And then, of course, now you go and talk about Egypt. You talk about Senegal. You look at how they have been scoring goals throughout the tournament. So it's down to the defenses now. Eventually, it's really unfortunate that we can't at this stage determine who the best forwards are, best
Yeah.
midfielders and defenders, because then the tournament dynamics have a way of forcing us into a decision at the end. So we have to
I think
wait.
my front 3, whether they go further in the tournament
Right.
or not,
Yeah.
will be Osman, Salah, and Diaz. That's my front 3.
And you
So
you're
you
leaving
already
out
I'm playing.
Lukman.
Yeah,
You
you can play Lukman in the 5 in the
Yeah.
midfield as an attacking one.
Yeah.
I'll have 3 defenders.
So you're dropping
this
Sadio
formation-
Mane.
I love.
This formation is too
That's what
complicated
I'm
for
saying.
my liking.
You're dropping Mane. You're dropping Amad Diallo.
I will have Hakimi on my right hand side.
Oh, listen to this now. We're trying to add Amad Diallo and squeeze in.
No.
No, because he has said whatever happens towards the end of the tournament.
Yeah.
And Shaun is right. I know what Shaun is saying is.
And then I'm also squeezing in Apolis there. What do you mean, sir? Do you want to add?
Oh, you leave-
What do you want to add?
Are you leaving?
Yeah, but I don't have to stay on this podcast.
Oh, okay.
You're not staying for dessert.
Let's have this. Let's have another conversation.
You're not
where
staying-
those were
it
2
doesn't
games.
have to add us, but
Those were
we are
2
there.
games. Those
So
were 2 games.
let's talk about the region
Yeah.
that's been dominating, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yes. And SADC, we are representing you guys. Don't worry. Us in Zambia, we are representing. Bafana in Zambia, they are holding. But
Fort.
don't you know the cranes because they are hosting the next AFCON.
Yeah.
I'm with you all the way.
Yeah.
my brother.
We shall qualify. That's the most important
Asante
part.
sana.
Yeah. We are sure we shall qualify for the next AFCON.
Yeah, of course, that is guaranteed. But when we look at the regions, right?
Yeah.
We've seen for the longest time the North Africans dominating, rightfully so, with Egypt being, the top ones with lots of titles. And then there's this battle now where West African is just emerging now and showing. We saw the Lions of Teranga, Senegal winning it. We've seen also Ivory Coast coming in as well. We saw Cameroon hosting. And it gets me thinking, within this tournament, one, which region is going to take it? Because it's definitely going to be, you can tell. 2, who's been the one that you see that they're on the right trajectory and they're going further within the regions? And what other regions have to learn from that? Because I'm tired of this thing of saying North Africans, this and that. I also want to see us also, from the SADC region, going all the way to the top and just taking our claim. I mean, we did it in Ivory Coast with bronze. But we also saw at some point Angola or Mozambique as well being one of those who were knocked out at the quarters as well. So that alone for me.
My biggest question is, when last has a country won the African Cup of Nations with 90% of the team based locally? That is my biggest question. And if we go back in stats, it will probably be maybe once. Because I believe the quality that these countries currently, the 4 in the semifinals, see where they play currently.
Sure.
And what they bring back home to the national team. That for me is always the biggest argument.
Yeah.
I think that counts a lot. And that's why West Africa and North Africa have been the most successful regions as far as winning these tournaments are concerned.
So are you saying, does it add the fact that there's players, the conversation that we had last week, our last episode, Coach Shaun, we spoke about, descendants from African countries who grew up in Europe. France is dominating right now in AFCON with 107 players. And then we have the United Kingdom with 17 players. We have Germany represented, Spain with 24 players. That alone, are you saying it plays a huge role?
It contributes to the quality that you produce on the field.
Yeah.
It sometimes doesn't even mean coming back and train for 5-6 weeks with your team, because you know exactly what you're going to bring when you come to the national team. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, you see, like I was discussing with Shaun just before we came on air, football development, and I said it in the last podcast, is not child's play.
No.
Shaun will tell you a youngster to become a pro is going to take 8, 9, 10 years of solid training behind the scenes before you can see the finer details of this player. Now, we talk about those naturalized numbers. You realize most are from the West and the North, right? That simply means those kids, those youngsters, I'm calling them kids, those youngsters have gone through the right football pyramid. They have trained well. They have been with the right doctors, medicine, feeding and everything, with all those many youthful years. So eventually, it's going to show. Eventually, it will show. If you have half of your team that has grown up in Belgium, or a quarter of your team has grown up in Belgium and France and the UK, these youngsters who now are proper men know football more than you. They have an extra technical ability. They have fed well since they were kids.
Yeah.
They have trained on the right facilities. So it's eventually going to have those small little margins. For us, Southern Africa,
I mean, DRC, they've neutralized
Also,
the number.
But you have seen the leap in development the DRC have shown over the years. They have done well on the AFCON. They are close to the World Cup as well. It is because of those little additions. And Shaun will tell you, you don't have more than 4 players in this South African team that are foreign playing at the Africa Cup of Nations.
100%.
Now, that does not necessarily mean the PSL is not doing right. If anything, for the PSL to be that far on the continent, it has gotten so much right. But now we must do more. We must make sure less players go to Europe. But it's not something we're going to achieve in 2 years, not in 5 years, because we must have these training facilities. Look at how many top academies shown are in Nigeria, Senegal, Gambia,
West
Guinea.
Africa,
And they are directly sending players to Europe. Now, my point is, this will happen for a decade, but eventually at an AFCON like the one we are witnessing, those small margins are going to show. Cameroon are under pressure against the Bafana. South Africa should score thrice in the opening 15 minutes. What do the Cameroonians do? No, we've started what we're supposed to do. Mentally, they are strong. Sit back, soak in the pressure. A Ugandan defender might not do that.
No.
Because
You
stop
said
laughing.
that.
Don't laugh. Don't laugh. Don't laugh.
You said it, I didn't say it.
Look at that game.
But Coach,
Cameroon had 4 chances, scored 2. We had 18, we score 1.
That's my point. Yeah. Yeah.
We have to, and the thing is, you've got to be taught certain things in order to be more clinical and to finish certain actions and to score goals. If you don't do that, you're never going to go higher.
Yeah. So I'm not shocked the West is dominating.
Yeah.
I'm not shocked the North is dominating.
So are we saying this is where we are headed at this tournament? Because it brings me to now the conclusion of our show, the prediction. And I know it's the matter of the heart and the head conflicting. So I'm going to flip this around, right? You will be taking the other side, which is what? Egypt and Senegal. Coach Shaun will be taking Morocco and Nigeria predictions.
This is the most comfortable part of the show for me because I've been flying. I've been flying.
Oh.
I've been flying.
Hey, Uganda.
All my
let's see.
predictions have been flying.
Let's see.
Should I go first?
You go first.
Egypt, Senegal. Yo, what's funny is I think this is the tougher game to predict as compared to the other game. I'm going to quietly go for the Lions of Teranga. I think Egypt are brilliant and they can hurt anyone. But Senegal's physicality and pace and less dependence on 1-2 players like the Egyptians probably are doing, I'm going for Senegal to play the final.
Senegal to play the final. Coach?
Yeah, Morocco host, 12th man, which is the fans behind them against the superpower of Nigeria.
Redemption AFCON for Nigeria.
I know. But I'm going to go with the host.
Ooh, Shaun, you're so wrong.
I'm going to go with the host.
Shaun, you're so wrong.
And it's not going to be like a big score. It's going to be a 1-goal margin score. I find the 12th man will make a difference.
You know what? I thought I was going to bring in... I thought I was going to bring in, like, as usual, how we normally finish the show with a quiz. But with what Coach Shaun has done, I'll save the quiz for the last episode.
It could be right. I don't know.
Guys.
And now it could be right. He just said no.
Wait, guys, before we get out of here, what are you guys saying? Are you serious with that? With
No,
the predictions?
I'm confused. That's the thing. I know where Shaun is coming from.
Okay, what is the heart saying? What is the mind saying?
My heart is saying Nigeria. My head is saying Morocco.
Yeah.
So we're sticking with a Morocco and Senegal final.
Yeah.
No. We're going with a Morocco. No, we're going with a Senegal-Nigeria final.
He wants a West Africa final.
You know what? Maybe the viewers can tell us. Maybe the viewers can tell us what they think, because it's heated. That's what the family meeting is all about. It's all tense, man. And I don't know.
Sure.
Who do I go with? I go with football. Football is winning. Africa is rising. We're on the top, guys. This is what the AFCON is all about. The family meet. And this, ladies and gentlemen, has been the AFCON podcast. Beautiful, great conversations with the two gentlemen here. I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. But all I can say is that we'll be back here. And I'll remind you, because the internet never forgets. When we say, with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much. Stay tuned. Don't forget to comment. We love you guys. Keep engaging. We'll see you on the next one. We out.